Joined now by Jeff Hathhorn, our sports director. He's brought to us by Gutter Helmet. Winter is coming. I feel like you got to say that in the Game of Thrones voice. Winter is coming.
It's coming.
Protect your home with a clog-free gutter solution, 888-5HELMET or gutterhelmet.com. Find out last night, Paul Skenes is the NL Rookie of the Year. Livy Dunn, very excited about it. Paul Skenes, nonplussed. Jeff, your reaction to what I think should have been obvious. With all due respect to Jackson Merrill, I think when you have a historical kind of rookie year, you should be the shoe. And in fact, the 6 people who voted for Jackson Merrill, shame on you.
West Coast bias, damn it.
Yeah.
West Coast bias. Listen, Jackson Merrill had a nice season, but Paul Skenes had a historic season.
Yeah.
You said it well there. That's the difference. I mean, good on you, Jackson Merrill. You were a rookie at the wrong time. There was no doubt. That was, what Paul Skenes did. Imagine if he would have done it for the whole year. If he would have been able to pitch for the whole year, I think Wednesday would be a lot more interesting.
Do you think he's got a shot at the Cy Young?
I think he's got a shot, but I think they love longevity. They love the whole season. I think Chris Sale's probably, I don't know about shoe-in, but he's the heavy favorite.
Jeff, at the very least, should the Pirates surround Skenes with better talent? And do you think that they actually will this offseason?
Well, I think they should listen to him. What did he say? We owe it to the fans to start winning. It seemed like he was at Ravens Steelers, and it seems like there was something there that really rubbed off on him because he was talking about kind of transcending and being that group that brought that environment over to PNC Park. I think I would love to see them kind of take that. They're getting him for $800,000. Like, build some money, spend some money around the guy. This is the time to do it. I'm not talking about a guy. Like, spend $25, $30 million this offseason.
I'm with you on that, Jeff, and I don't know that this would happen, but I've had a man crush on this guy since watching him against the Pirates this year because, A, he seems like a badass. He's all up on the plate. He also has great statistics to boot. Is that Christian Walker from the Diamondbacks? He's out there. He's a free agent. They've offered him a qualifying offer, so the Bucks would have to spend some money. That's what I want to see, Jeff. Not because they did spend $25-30 million last offseason, but they sprinkled it around. Get me an impact hitter and then a good professional hitter. And I think with the rotation that they have and with a bullpen that I happen to think should bounce back, I think you're on to something there.
The one I would love to see is, and the numbers they're talking around him are just insane, is Pete Alonso. You want to stop all that negative talk? Go grab somebody like that.
And you know what you could do, Jeff? Sorry to cut you off. I'd hate to see this because I really like the guy, but they've got so much pitching depth. They're paying Mitch Keller. If you could move him, get some of that money off the books, expect that your pitching depth would still be good, and then spend that money on a hitter, I'd be okay with that. In fact, I'm going to be pushing for that.
And really, guys, didn't we hear as part of this Charrington plan? Listen, we're gonna sell now. We're gonna get really bad. Payroll's gonna be really low, and then when the time comes, we're gonna go spend. Well, the time comes doesn't mean Trey Cabbage. the time comes means going out and finding somebody. And if you don't want to get rid of some of that pitching talent, spend in free agency. It might cost you a little bit more. But maybe have Skenes make a call like, hey, we've got something special. Why don't you come join us? And maybe you don't have to overpay like you think. And I don't know how much that really runs. But, yeah, Christian Walker's from Pennsylvania. Bring him back home, baby.
Jeff, as seasons go on, we know this, that the expectations, they shift and they move. Goalposts, they move. Goals move. And from where the Steelers are at right now, what do they have to do this season, whenever it's all said and done, to make us think that, okay, this was a successful season? This is heading in the right direction. Has it shifted? Has the mindset shifted for you with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
A little bit. The goalpost moved, by the way, for Justin Tucker. But
so did the field.
The Steelers, I think playoff win I mean, now that we've seen what they can do, they've beaten some good teams. They've got a good road win. Still have a lot in front of them. Still have a lot more to show. And I think Thursday night's going to be another one of those things. Okay, are they good enough on a short week to be able to put all the other stuff aside, coming off a big win, and take care of business Thursday night in Cleveland? But playoff win maybe a little bit more. I mean, now, how is it that Tom would put it, that they're now swimming in those waters? And while maybe they did in a few other seasons where they had good starts, or you look at 2010 and that amazing 11-0 start, this one feels more real.
Yes.
Their defense seems more solid with fewer holes. They have the ability to throw it deep. Are there things that you would want? Sure. Do you want to shore up the play, especially at right tackle? Yeah. But some of that still could come. That's the thing. They haven't played their best, and they're 8-2. And I realize some of their schedule, but I think also early on, like some of those teams they beat that you just dismissed, like maybe Denver's not so bad. I think they're kind of showing that they're a pretty decent team, and the Steelers found a way to get that one on the road.
I think the Steelers are the only team in the NFL, maybe Detroit, but the only team in the AFC to have beaten 5 teams with a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, if it's the college football playoff committee, you look at the Steelers' resume and say, hey, it's pretty good. You've been around these Steelers teams going back a while now, Jeff, and they have gone to Cleveland and lost some Thursday night games. They are 1-4-1 in their last 6 games against the Browns in Cleveland. Do you sense a different vibe? I mean, you haven't been able to talk to guys, have you yet? Because yesterday was Tomlin's press conference. But do you think they've got a different vibe and feel?
Yeah, the room was open, but it was a tumbleweed room, so we didn't get a chance to talk to many guys. But I do sense it. There is something about this team. I mean, they've always had veteran leadership. It's not like it's Cam Hayward's first year, TJ's first year. But I just think they're more complete. And they also, how do I put this? They believe in their quarterback. He's come out and shown it. Like, that not only can they dink and dunk, he can get chunk yardage. Has he made mistakes? Yeah. Has the last couple of games not been as good as the first couple? Sure. But has the competition ratcheted up in those last couple of games? Yes. But they have a belief in that guy, and they have a belief not only in that side, but also on special teams. Like, Boswell is just insane. They've got a punter. I'm not saying that's the biggest thing in the world, but it is a difference maker. He's a field flipper. And that helps, and they've made some plays on special teams. So, again, I think what they believe, what this group loves about itself, is the fact that everybody's contributing, and that, again, I think they feel like they've got another level to get to, and yet they're 8-2.
Man, they slapped the hell out of the Ravens in the margins. I mean, they really did. I mean, you kick all those field goals, field position. They really did. Jeff, awesome stuff. Appreciate you coming on. I've been seeing a lot of you lately. Saw you at the before the Pitt game. Saw you yesterday to take a picture. Callis showed us his new van.
Tell you what, that's a rockin' van, Callis.
Yeah, he's all excited.
Got all the toys.
Thank you, Jeff.
I think you need to paint it like the Scooby-Doo mobile.
What color is it?
Red.
It's
matches
burgundy.
my other 2 cars.
Yeah, it's like Commander's burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
It actually is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
it is.
I don't think any 25-year-old needs 3 vehicles, but, You don't have kids.
And boys, by the
anyway.
way.
Yeah.
How about Jalen Lowe as a quick aside last night?
Oh, my God.
Triple-double.
Beast.
There's another team that you're feeling better about this year than you did last year, even though that they were pretty good.
No doubt about it.
You know about that, huh? From the other night.
Yeah, I don't know how good or not good West Virginia is. I was more impressed by Pitt than I was ticked off by my team. I mean, Pitt could guard.
Mm-hmm.
They can guard. They got 5 or 6 guys that could put the ball in the hole. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Pretty good. Jeff, appreciate it. We'll talk to you on Thursday, the day of the game.
See you, boys.
Thanks,
See you,
Jeff.
buddy. Jeff Hathhorn. He's the best. And Callis's van is actually quite impressive.
What's so impressive about a van? I'm sorry. Like, what's impressive about it? What could it possibly have that it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a DeLorean.
Good detailing.
What is it? Because it's new? Is it
It's
newer?
not- no,
what year is
It's
it?
10 years old. It's 2014.
2014, 117,000 miles, but
Oh my God.
has a rear entertainment system, and you can watch videos on the front screen.
You know,
too.
for the kids.
Yeah. It's a good production vehicle for someone who can't afford a trailer. But also, it's good for tailgating, too.
You're so stuck on this tailgate.
He's gone tailgating once in his life.
Yep.
Well, now I've got a better vehicle to do it in.
You got to have people to tailgate with.